What's good, everybody? It's Game Clique's own Hino Kaga, man. Guess what? We looking at Marvel Cosmic Invasions today. I got my boys with me. I got Sergio. I got Darth. And
Nope.
yeah, we're going to take a look at this gameplay, talk about this game a little bit, and y'all going to figure out if y'all want to get this or not. Spoiler alert, I know y'all do.
You better. Shoot.
Send the invite. Okay.
Oh, this is a crazy game that just did like the beta. Well, not beta, but demo. Like this is a really cool game, man.
So
I
like,
found this really cool.
demo was pretty short,
Mm.
but like, how'd y'all feel about like the little bit that y'all played?
I guess setting the tone, for the audience. This game got announced. I want to say, I feel like last year, 2024. I feel like it was a very recent announcement. I would say when it got announced. Still no release date, but still scheduled and slated for 2025. I think they're talking about 15 playable heroes at launch, and it's launching on Steam, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4 and 5, and Xbox, which launching on PlayStation 4 is interesting. This game is definitely obviously capable of doing it. But I didn't mean it like that. I'm just saying, like, I didn't know we were still doing that.
Hey man, yeah, you gotta have that little truck Ford F-150 running in the background.
100%, man. 100%. Respect.
Testing a jet engine going on.
But yeah, I'm interested. Like, Darth, how are you feeling about this? We still don't have a release date, but with so little left in the year and playing the demo, how are we feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling great. Like I've always been a fan of beat 'em ups, and this definitely took me back to the X-Men days, man. Like just playing it with a few friends. Like he was like, man, let's play some Invasion. I was like, oh yeah, you're right. Let's play some Invasion, and especially if it's coming out on Switch, that's something you can definitely put on your Switch, man. Just take with you anywhere.
Yeah, I feel like for me, this also gave like a lot arcadey vibes, like to a T. Once I found out, I looked the team up after even playing the demo with this group here, just seeing in the gameplay. I mean, I didn't know this was the same team that did Shredder's Revenge, the TMNT game. And if you play that game, this is like more of that goodness. Like, the combat is a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the character selection already. Just in the demo alone, it felt like I had a lot to explore just with the move sets and stuff. I also big ups immediately. One thing that really does it for me in a game is the menu music. As soon as I loaded up this game, I said, "Oh, we're here. This is it." That menu music hit. And yeah, I really just enjoyed my time with the few players I got to play. Here I was running Wolverine and Spider-Man, and really just enjoyed both of the move sets. Enjoyed seeing my teammates move across the screen. Nothing felt too cluttered. I also want to give big ups to the drop in and drop out system. At the top you can see there, the P4 option. I could have had somebody sitting next to me that joined in, or we could have had one of our friends online jump in. I thought that was so cool.
Okay.
And really just such a good throwback to just couch gaming with your friends. So yeah, I'm really excited too. I thought this was a really good showing for a demo for sure.
Oh,
And that's one thing that like you gotta always think about too, like when you like putting these games together. Like, do you want couch co-op or online co-op? Having both is great. It means they're not being lazy with the game.
Right. Yeah, 100%.
That's crazy. So it took me a while to I saw you guys were like switching out characters, and I see that now they're giving you a chance to pick multiple characters. So it took me into the end of the demo to find out that you can switch. I thought like one had to die first, and then somebody else, but I noticed that it's like you can do like a big combo, like a crazy combo, kind of like Streets of Rage 4, what they did with that. And I was like really enjoying that once I kind of got the gist of it.
They showed that off in the trailer too. That like there's a bunch of different things you can do with the switching. For instance, like you have different tag attacks, so like assist, and I think they have like a block. I think you could just
Like parry, right?
Yeah, I think you could actually go through supers as well. Like you could do like one, like clear out with one hero and then swap to the next.
Okay.
Like I saw it in like the menus after the fact, like way after the fact. I was like, oh. I didn't get to figure this out in the gameplay.
Y'all were going wild in this gameplay.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask. I didn't get to experience this game from a solo perspective. I want to say, Hino, did you get to play solo at all when you played this?
Yeah, I originally played it solo.
Okay. How was your enjoyment, you think, in comparison?
It was pretty fun, but this is definitely one of those games like you kind of want to play with your friends. I mean, like it might be good for like a one and done. to be perfectly honest. But yeah, like it's just not the same without like a bunch of friends sitting there. Like you still get that,
For sure.
that arcade feel when you're fighting by yourself in the arcade and somebody runs up like, "Oh, can I jump in?" And like, nothing really beats that feeling. That's what I feel like the game's going for.
Okay. Yeah. I agree. It definitely feels like more of a community thing. I do agree with what Darth said earlier, though. I think the fact that this is on the Switch, for that handheld demographic, for me, even like as a Steam Deck user, this is something that I would love to play on my Steam Deck on a flight for work or something like that. So I think this is a perfect game for a lot of different scenarios, right? You have your online multiplayer, hey, let's just all get on and play. You have your couch co-op, right, where you can just bring friends over and all jump in that way. And then, like we said, if you're just playing solo in a handheld, or some people just will play this game definitely solo too, and that's okay as well, on their consoles or whatever. But I think they definitely hit the nail on the head for all three of those demographics, and I think that's why this should be a success to me.
It should be, man. Especially with all the Marvel stuff coming out and like all the characters that we're looking to get. I think we're also like, I think somebody here has Spider-Man too. Do we see Spider-Man on here yet, or am I tripping? Because this has been so much happening.
I thought I switched to Spider-Man in this gameplay. I think I was really feeling Wolverine though, for the most part. But no, I think I switched to Spider-Man occasionally here. I was gonna ask you all too, in terms of this game. Like we talk a lot about the positives. Is there anything that you left this demo wanting more of, that you felt like you wanted to see come to fruition more, be more fleshed out? Anything that you felt was lacking?
For me, I'm not sure yet, because the demo wasn't really like long. I don't know. I felt like I needed to see more, But from what we got, I was very satisfied. So as far as negative, I'm not too sure yet.
Okay. I will say, like, there's a couple things, and it's funny. Everything that I kind of have negative to say about the game is kind of based off of the fact of a game that we also have another PLP coming out for, Absolum. Because that's also like a side-scrolling beat 'em up, and it's also like it's also by
like a roguelike, right? Co-op.
Yeah, it's a roguelike one.
Okay. Yeah.
The first of its kind, actually.
Okay.
But one of the things I noticed, I was like, yeah, like I was having fun with like some of the little combos that I was doing.
Yeah.
But like, there's other beat 'em ups where the combos are a lot more extensive, and I think they're just trying to maybe get by off the fact of like, hey, these are Marvel characters, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. We're gonna have fun playing these because they're Marvel characters. I see you switch to Spider-Man.
Yeah. I see Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
And one of the other things I realized too is that like it's a beat 'em up, right? You grab people in beat 'em ups. Only certain people have grabs in this game.
Oh yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I guess I didn't think about that.
I know Venom has a grab, and the character I gravitated to right away, She-Hulk. Only ones that I know right now that have a grab out of the characters that I did play. Like I said, the combos were fun. Like when I was initially like playing, but then I played a different beat 'em up like right after, and I was just like, yeah, this not as deep as I thought it was.
For sure. You know what? I heavily agree with that. That was I only have really two coming out of this, and that was one of them, right? Where it's funny that you mentioned Absolum for you. I haven't played that yet. I'm planning on playing that very, very soon. I downloaded the demo. But I did play, we talked about Shinobi recently, right? We talk about one of my favorite games of last year, Prince of Persia Lost Crown. And though those games are Metroidvanias and maybe a little different, I still get that I expect that side-scrolling combat to still feel rewarding. I expect, in Shinobi, the juggles, right? And what I could do with the combos was just so much fun to work with. I felt like here I was getting sort of and it's very controversial to say, I was getting the Black Myth Wukong effect, where I felt like I was doing the exact same square combo, and it was just a repeat and repeat of that same thing. So I really worry about that. I do hope that I don't know at this rate, if this still slated to come out this year, if they can add combos like that. But even when I'm, using Wolverine, there may be a different jump attack, but for the most part, my, standing combo is the same. I have one thing that I could really do with the character outside of jumping abilities and things like that. So I do want to see that improved on a little bit. I think the other thing for me is I hope they add some difficulty options. Me and my friends were like running through this. Like when we played this, I do not think that we want to be just running through a game like this. Like, don't get me wrong, it was fun for the moment, but I think to keep us around, we're going to need a little bit of a challenge. So even if that's difficulty settings, I'm perfectly fine with that because I also see the benefit of being able to turn this on with your kid, right? And just, turn your brain off and just beat people up for a little bit. And that's fine too. But I definitely think there's a section of gamers that are going to want a little more difficulty if this is the hardest it's going to get.
Well, when you say difficulty, it made me go right to Streets of Rage 4 when they had the mania mode where they just gave you just a plethora of like the more, let's say if you have 4 people, you get like 4 times more enemies. So maybe since like it's the same company, and maybe it might get a little difficult, but I feel like there will be another difficulty. It has to be. It has to be.
I agree. Well, I'm hoping they just left it out of the demo, but I definitely think they should add something.
Well, I will say, just looking at the demo, there's more characters on the well, there's more enemies on the screen with 3 players than there was with 2 and 1.
Yeah. Okay.
So
that's good to know.
At least the enemy count is definitely scaling properly. So I'm like, okay, like we can rest assured be like, okay, that's okay.
right. That's good at least. Yeah, that's definitely good.
One thing I would say that I did really like about the game though, that we touched on a little bit, when you brought up the menu music.
Yes,
I do like the music in this game.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it really has that superhero-esque feel.
But still fits in this like era of game, right? This game still feels like a time capsule, like all the way down to like the costumes, right? Like we're not getting like the MCU Spider-Man with the mech suit. Like we're getting the old Captain America with the wings on his head. You know what I mean? Like this is like, it feels like a retro classic arcade game. And I think you're right about the music. It adds so much to that.
I like this part. Yeah, this was one of my favorite parts.
One of the things I'll say too, that I think now that I'm looking at your gameplay, I think combo wise, I think the idea is to actually be playing this in co-op. Like you have your ground guys, they like throw people
Juggle
up into the air for your like flyers. And maybe that's, I don't know. Like,
I can see that, and I mean, like you said, you can switch characters, right, and juggle, with the other character as well. So there's definitely ways to get mixy with it, right? I just think once again, and I don't think I would be saying this about this game in a different year of gaming or different 2 years of gaming, right? But I think we've just gotten so many beat 'em ups and these types of games with such deep combat or deeper combat than this that I just have to hold it against it in this case.
I definitely think they're kind of like, hey, it's your favorite Marvel characters. Go play this game. So, like, is there anything about this game that will like turn you off about it? Like that keep you from buying it anyway? Like from what we've played so far.
I think for me, if I don't know if they've announced the price point yet, but I think if they don't plan on supporting the game after like the initial launch and it's like a pretty steep price point, I'd be pretty disappointed. I don't know, especially in this climate, right, where people aren't buying games right now, right, for right reason, right? Like games are expensive, people are broke right now. And I think if this game tries to jump the gun and make a price point that is too steep, I really worry for its sales and then dare I say the jeopardy of the studio, unfortunately, in this climate, right? But I think that's the biggest point for me that I'm waiting on is what is a price point and are you going to support the game afterwards? Because if not, I don't know if I get enough replay value with this base game based on what we know from the demo, right? Just what we played. I don't know if I get enough from this to want to invest $50 with no post, game support, for instance.
Yeah.
Yeah. You said.
No offense. I liked what I played, but like
100%. That would turn it away for a lot of people. So I think that's what would turn me off initially, at least for sure.
And like I got the feeling like it's not going to get much like post support. Like it's just like there's 15 characters for you to play.
Like here's the game.
That's all.
Well, I mean, it's a deep roster, right? Deeper than I would have expected for something like this. Absolutely.
I think we're missing like 6 characters.
So right now they say like so what we had was Captain America, Spider-Man, Storm, Venom, Fela Vale. I think I'm saying her name right. And then they said they have a few more other characters, like I think Silver Surfer, Black Panther, I think a version of Ghost Rider, and maybe Beta Ray Bill. So,
and I guess the last thing I'll touch on is in terms of the thing I like to end on a positive note. Like I really did enjoy like this boss fight right here, fighting the Taskmaster. Like after, I feel like that's a character, right? Like I love when these superhero properties go after the characters that people don't talk about a lot or like don't get the most love. I was not expecting to fight Taskmaster here, so it really made me excited to see what I was excited about the roster of playable characters, but now I'm even more excited to see what bosses and what other villains we see show up in the game. Just as a Marvel fan and just somebody that likes superhero stuff, that was pretty exciting for me.
Taskmaster kicking our butt, bro.
Taskmaster, like having Taskmaster as like one of the bosses.
I'll let you get to it.
I also really want to see like a lot of really good backgrounds, because I mean, like we're fighting on a helicarrier. We was in New York before. Just look at the website. They said like we're gonna be fighting in the depths of the negative zone. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So I mean, like
For sure.
if this game, I think this game would be really good if maybe we get maybe like 10-12 hours of gameplay. Maybe actually that's a lot for a beat 'em up, isn't it? 10-12 hours.
I'm trying to think how long Streets of Rage 4 was. Because Streets of Rage 4 gave you so much more, like a survival mode and stuff like that.
And
it had like its online, like like one-on-one with,
this game needs a couple modes too. Like it has a couple modes, great characters, great music, and like the fact that you can play side by side online
and couch. That
could be a great game as long as the price point's right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm just still. I'm trying not to think about that.
Think about it. Don't think about that. You know what I'm saying?
Like, it sucks.
We need a release date first. That's all I need.
I guess we just do that.
I'm
Maybe
kind
closer
of banking
to
on
December.
Yeah, it's probably going to hit around like holiday season. Like, wow,
I feel like it'd be a good holiday season game with the family. Like I said, you got the couch co-op aspect, right? So I feel like that's a good plan.
Holiday season, maybe holiday price point. This is holiday season, maybe.
In this economy, that's a holiday tax.
Personally, I really can't see myself paying anything more than like $25, $30 for it. And $30 is kind of a stretch.
30 is a stretch. Okay. I can see that.
Yeah. Maybe.
I can see it. But no, from what I've seen, the game looks amazing. The art style looks amazing. It's just something, like you said, I coming home, I just want to beat something up. I just want to beat up somebody and let's just go. I do want to see some more villains though. Like you said, Taskmaster. I wonder if we might see a Magneto sighting. Something cool. I know there has to be a crazy boss fight in there. That's what I can think of.
But yeah, I mean, besides that, like overall, like, are we all getting this game? Or are we thinking about grabbing it? Just
it's probably a cop for me. Anything these days that brings me like in community with people that I can, tell the girlfriend, hey, load up the Steam Deck, let's play this together. I'm definitely with it. So this is a must cop for me, depending on price point.
Same for me. Yeah, it's nostalgic. So yes.
Yeah, like I said, I've been saying it the whole time. Price point is like the only thing that will probably hold me back from getting this game. And like I said, I definitely enjoyed my time with it. Feels like we all enjoyed our time with it. So hopefully y'all see this game like on one of our Game Clique streams sometime soon, which you could check out on Twitch because we're there.
Yeah.
We're actually a lot of places. You know what I'm saying? X, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. That's Game Clique. With the blue symbol. It's the blue one. You know what I'm saying? So, thank you guys for coming through. Thank you everybody for checking out this PLP pre-launch preview with us. And we'll see you next time. And let us know down in those comments and everything if you get in the game too. Maybe we'll have a community night. We'll play with you guys. But till next time, peace.